Swears, and I am the host of Boat Boss. And today we are shooting outside on location in sunny South Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It is about 95 degrees out right now, and it is a little hot and steamy, isn't it?
It's not Winterfest weather.
Well, I'm beyond excited to welcome my next guest, who is a dear friend of mine and also a very amazing citizen of our community.
Oh, thank you.
And Lisa Scott Bounds is the president and CEO of Winterfest Boat Parade, and it is the largest boat parade in the world.
It is, and the largest one-day spectator event in the entire state of Florida. So we are very proud to be able to produce our 50th this year, that's for sure.
And that is why we're wearing the hats. We are not 50. The boat parade is 50.
Exactly. And I haven't been there 50 years.
Well, let's talk about the impact that the boat parade has on our community. I believe in Times Square we have the ball that drops on New Year's, and Winterfest kicks off our holiday season.
It really does. People come from all over the world typically to experience this amazing parade. And it really does take a village. We have a board of 50, another advisory board of 49 people that actually care about our community, movers and shakers. But it is so important that we provide this event. It was really missed last year. So we're going all out this year. We have over 100 boats typically, from 20 footers to 200 footers. And it is truly just, it's amazing because all the dancing and the synchronized efforts and the costuming and the decorations and all the new technology that we have out there. So we don't know what we're going to get this year, but we're super excited about what's around the corner.
Well, it is an amazing event. As a child, I was always, going to the event. Let's talk about the economic impact.
Okay.
I want everyone to be aware of how important Winterfest is to our community.
If you really think about all of the people that are impacted, the businesses that are impacted, from DJs to the restaurants to the hotels to decorators, designers, we make about a $50 million economic impact.
Wow.
I really like that number.
So it's 50.
There's a 50 going on here. But it really is amazing that we're able to bring that to South Florida. So there's a lot of people that, get very high salary wage positions being able to participate in this event.
How many people actually are at the event on the boat parade day?
So live spectators come out starting around 8 o'clock in the morning. It is 12 miles. So you think about all of the bridges. There are 8 bridges that we impact. There's lots of open space, parks, Birch State Park. We've got an organized area that we're working with the city. So we are over 1 million people. And downtown alone,
1 million people.
We only moved this boat parade 14 years ago to start in downtown Fort Lauderdale.
Right.
It used to start in Port Everglades, and there's a lot of space there and nobody could see it. So now about 400,000 people get to see it at no charge downtown and experience.
So you added 400,000.
Yes,
by
it was
moving
always in the area of 700,000 in the day. So we're looking at over 1 million people that are able to experience it live.
And that's just on event day. So let's talk about the TV coverage.
So we partner up with Channel 7 here locally in Miami, and they have a relationship with Fox Sports, and so which is now Valley Sports, and they give it to them, and they're able to air the show to approximately 35 markets of the Eastern Seaboard. However, I have had friends see it on the Oasis of the Seas in Halifax, Cabo San Lucas. You just never know.
And a lot of other countries too.
Yes, and we've had German TV and Japanese TV and Canadian TV. So you never know literally who's going to come, who's going to film, and who's going to share it. And with satellite these days, there is so much going on with the sharing aspect. Plus, we also, speaking of sharing, we do live coverage on the internet. So it really is an international experience for many.
Right. So if you can't make the event, you can actually watch online as well.
Absolutely live and after the fact, many, many times aired on either Fox or Channel 7.
That's just amazing. Well, let's go into the social side. It's not just about the boat parade on the day of the event. There's a lot of events. I wrote some of them down.
Okay.
So we have happy hours.
Oh, we love our happy hours. We love happy hours with our boaters. We love happy hours with our sponsors. We just love to be happy in our happy hours.
I love it. Captain's meetings.
Our captain's meetings. It's very important that we have all the captains get to know each other. That way they get to know who's in front of me or who's behind me.
Right.
And they can go ahead and have these relationships. They can build future relationships.
That's
and then,
fantastic.
even partner. We've had clusters of people that have met. And then, we'll put them together in the boat parade the following year.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So a lot of friendships are created. So you have launch party.
We do have a beautiful party at the actually it's October 23rd this year, and it's at the Marriott Harbor Beach, and it's for our corporate sponsors, our partners, people that help us. You can't buy a ticket, but if anybody's interested, they can certainly figure out a way to be a part of it. And it's really just a kickoff. It's our media campaign, and it's everybody just really saying Winterfest is around the corner. Let's just go.
And then that leads into the boat parade, correct?
Well, we have Family Fun Day, actually, which is not a happy hour, but it's a happy day. And we have about 7,000 people typically, and it's a free event for our community. So we really pride ourselves in really touching every demographic that's in our community. So it's for families and, Publix and Joe DiMaggio, Children's Hospital are out there, and all the activations and LaCroix, everything's free. So it really is just one of those days.
Great community event.
Yes, no nickel and dime, and just enjoy the day.
So I've been to your black tie gala. Let's talk about how crazy that, and one of the best events I've ever been to.
I think that it's so good because of the fact that every year we're able to change up the theme. We have a relationship with Broadway across America, so we always try to help our Broward Center for the Performing Arts with a play that's actually coming to our center. So they'll give us some, different plays to think about. We adultize them, if you will. We've done Aladdin and Kinky Boots in Chicago, and this year, hopefully, we're going to be doing Frozen. But it is at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. I'm sure everybody is familiar with the big new guitar that's out there. So we're super excited about that. About 1,000 people, and anybody can come.
So you have 1,000 people at that event alone.
Yes.
That's crazy.
And we're ready for that this year, especially, because we've got the space to do it out at that hotel. And they are also our title sponsor for the boat parade, of course.
Well, my favorite is the Grand Marshal. That's one of my favorites. They're all my favorite, but the Grand Marshal event. And let's go into that and then talk about who your favorite Grand Marshals have been.
Oh, yes. So there's been so many. I've been there for 26 years, so there's been quite a few Grand Marshals. But I will say Flo Rida was one of the most fabulous. He was performing, having a good time, sharing his experience. And then, we've had Nick Cannon and PITBULL. Now, PITBULL was really awesome. He was shaking it up on the waterways. I mean, without doubt, just amazing. And, others like Kelly Ripa and Kim Kardashian.
It's amazing how many great names you've had.
And so many different, various kinds of dynamics in our Grand Marshals. So it's kind of fun. And Jim Belushi was, really a rock star. Just had a really good time.
It says a lot about you and the organization that you're able to draw such great talent for such an amazing event.
We're, through the years with the partnership of WSBN, but especially aligning with the Seminole Hard Rock. They're in the entertainment business, and now it's been 17 years. Actually, this will be their 18th parade that they've been our title sponsor. So they really take a look at who would be good to align with, maybe who could do a performance like PITBULL went ahead and performed. Last year, Brett Michaels did a performance. So it was a lot of fun because we added on to the Grand Marshal reception with something that was just, a little different. And, just kind of continuing the fun, and everybody gets to see the Grand Marshal the day of the parade, but having that intimate relationship the night before and getting to know who that person really is. When I say Flo Rida, he was just so humble and so happy to be a part of this amazing event. So it sends a message across, internationally.
Well, Winterfest is synonymous with fun. There's a lot of people are going to come out that are first-time boaters.
Oh, yes.
So, boat sales, I'm in the boat business. Boat sales are up about 40%. Registrations are up. We're going to see a lot more people at this year's event. So tell us how you're going to attract them and you're going to keep them, safe so they follow the rules. And how are you going to provide a great experience of that return?
Well, one of the best ideas was being on Boat Boss to attract boaters, okay? I mean, come on, let's be real. You're the best. So, working with people like you and your company, we're just, FB Marine, and we're just so lucky to have these partnerships. But like you said, with so many boat sales, we're literally now going to have volunteers go to the marinas, drop off our information. We've got an amazing email list if anybody wants to be on it. We do just a few blasts, nothing crazy, but just getting the word out there, working with our marine industries of South Florida and trying to, penetrate that market of who are the new people that have experienced the parade. And, we are such a safe event. We do the logistics every year, taking out the measurement tools that we need to see the linear footage, the depth, where the current is going to be that year. So we're very protective of every boat that is participating in the parade, based on the size and what type of boat it is. So we are just so welcoming any kind of boater. And also this year, we are going to really focus on a first-time boaters event.
I love
so
that.
if anybody, here it's another great event, right? So anything that, we need to do and questions that people have, we're all about, having them post to us.
Yes.
And we learn from others as well.
Well, you can count the boat boss in on that. I will be there. I will host that event for you.
Waiting from the bow of the boat, baby.
I love it. Okay, so I'm a huge industry advocate, and I really want to challenge, some of the manufacturers that are out there. So I'm going to do an industry shout out, to people like, Sea Ray or Intrepid or Contender or Azimut or any manufacturer that wants to get their clients together and do an event. It's a great way to get them all together. And
I've heard about like rendezvous where the boats all go to an island. Well, this is even easier because a lot of the people are already here, and it could be a one-day fun explosion for them.
Yeah. So I challenge Bob Dennison and Marine Max and FB Marine Group will be out there, and a lot of other dealerships. Get your clients on the water. It'd be a great event to do.
It really would, and especially with the 50th this year. And the television exposure alone is really good for anybody that is in the boat business to share their message. And it shows community spirit because it's so important right now after coming out of COVID. You know what? Be there, hug each other, and just, be real.
Right, have a cocktail and hang out. That's right. Okay. There's a bigger why. It's not just about fun.
No.
Winterfest does have a foundation.
We do.
Tell us about that.
So we've always done things for the community and been giving back into, Seminole Children's Fund, over $1 million through the years. I mean, you think about how long we've been around.
Yep.
We've done things with student art. We've had projects with the junior captain, with every charity that is in Broward County, from a child that's 6 to 17 has a chance to be waving his hands on the FPNL 2 Men in a Truck boat where it says their name and it's junior captain. So we decided that it was a really good time to move all of these efforts into our foundation and create a foundation. So we worked with Museum of Discovery and Science recently with a big gallery showing of all these children from kindergarten to 5th grade and on a fantasy boat contest, and it was really amazing. We had over 700 entries, and they got to have their families come out and have a day at the museum for free. Our junior captain, we were just so excited about that because every year to be able to share that spotlight with a young child that has never had an experience like this before.
No, and we need kids in the business.
Yes, we do.
So get them hooked.
Speaking of kids in the business, working with Broward College, with their marine program, and want to really facilitate that. So now we're starting to work with the Guy Harvey Foundation and Mission Resolve on marine safety and everything about the marine. And you get kids swimming, they're going to love boating later in life, right? So there's lots of different projects that the Winter Foundation is actually involved in.
Well, we're working. I know the boat boss and a few other people working on something big. A big announcement is coming, and we're going to get you involved.
Oh,
for sure.
I like big announcements.
All right, great. Well, let's talk about you. So, how did you start at Winterfest and go from where don't lose your 50. So you've been with them for 26 years?
Yes.
So tell us how you went from start to where you are now as CEO.
Well, it's interesting. I actually have seen every parade. My mom would take me. My family was a little bit older, and we lived near the water, and have my family go out and take our little sandwiches and watch the parade. And then when I graduated from Florida State, I decided I needed to give back, and I wanted to volunteer. So I started volunteering actually in '87 for Winterfest, and did different projects and just really loved the event and saw what it did for our community. And I know I was one of those little kids that, didn't go and buy tickets to anything, and I just wanted to see this beautiful event that brought everybody together. So I, as a volunteer, ended up applying for a job after I worked for the Chamber of Commerce, still in the same building, and I saw a need that the parade had kind of taken a different twist and things that were happening, so I hopped on board. I was lucky enough to get hired, and the gentleman that hired me actually went back to Texas within a year, and after 4 months of applicants, I ended up getting the position.
Congratulations.
So I have been there ever since, and that's like 1996. It's crazy. But 95, obviously, I started just in a different position.
Yeah.
But
well, you have really built yourself a brand, not just for Winterfest, but for yourself. I mean, and when everyone sees Lisa, they know it's, you know, your Winterfest. So any words of wisdom you can share with someone that wants to do what you're doing?
Well, I think the most important thing is finding something that you know, it may not be rock star at that moment, but you want to give your heart and soul and give it a try. Give it a try, otherwise you'll have regrets. I decided at that moment I was young enough just to, you know, do something that I believed in, and fortunately I built a foundation with support around me that was just unbelievable, and just from the Chamber of Commerce and my relationships, getting people involved that you know you could count on, and you do it as a team, and it feels really good. And you know what, if you mess up, oh wow, you mess up, and you move on, you try to figure out how to do it better, and then you just keep going, because every year we do something different, or we may do it better, but you learn from your mistakes.
Absolutely.
And you can't beat yourself up, but just move on.
So always be connecting.
Always be connecting. Networking is the most important thing. I mean, I
do it well.
That people see me, you know, coming, and it's like, run!
I don't run.
But at the end of the day, they like run to go out and get other people, so you can come back and say, let's do it as a big group, right?
I love it. Okay, so we're going to now get down to business. Where can people find information on registration and sponsorship information?
We are in the process of redoing, but you can still go on winterfestparade.com. I am the sponsorship queen, and I will take phone calls 24/7. I can be found obviously at the Winterfest office. That's 954-767-0686.
Got it down.
And we have wonderful interns now from Florida State and University of Florida answering our phones, and a beautiful, wonderful staff. Yes. Kathy Kelleher has been there now 21 years.
Hey, Kathy and Dawn.
Stole her from the Pompano Parade, actually.
I love it.
Sorry, Pompano. And Dawn Reed-Deal. She and I have worked together since she came back on with us in 1996. So it's really like a little family, and our board's a family, so anybody that's involved, they know to contact us, and I'll be right there. And you know, there is so much there. I guess there's something for everyone, I want to say, with Winterfest.
So on that note, I'm going to toast to you, my dear friend.
A toast to you.
So here's to 50. 50 never looks so good. We're not 50.
Love it.
The Winterfest is 50.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Thank you to both of us.
So as I say always, you know, define your dreams, get on the water, because there's nothing better than a lifestyle on the water. Whether you live, work, or play on it, just get on the water.
And
to you,
that's
right. To you, my dear friend, have a wonderful day. And everyone, we look forward to seeing you on next week's Boat Boss. Have an epic week.